All right, the guys that were limited today were Cooper, Dobbs, Valentine, and Wilson, and then Lloyd did not practice.
Matt, was that the plan with Lloyd, or did he have some sort of setback?
No setback. He had 2 good days, and it's just part of the process.
Did you say Dobbs? What is his
Hand. Yep.
Just how do you might be problematic for a receiver? No.
Well, you catch with your hands. Should catch with your hands. We're encouraging catching with your hands here.
Just how do you feel with what you got on the offensive line with all the starters back except for the one? Just how do you feel about how they came along during training camp and everything?
Yeah, I feel really good about it, and now it's time to go play, and I can't wait to see us against a really good front, against a really good defense. So it'll be a great challenge for us, but I'm excited to see how our guys will respond to that challenge.
Matt, what jumps out to you about Jalen Carter, just kind of the rookie season he put together last year?
Yeah, he's a freak. He is a freak show. He can do it in the run game. He can do it in the pass game. That freak is a term of endearment. So, but he is, he's an elite level athlete. He can do anything out there on the field. So I think he is certainly, he's going to keep improving. And I think he'll be, if he's not already, one of the premier defensive linemen in the league.
Going back to running back with Wilson limited, is there some concern there that you're going to have enough healthy backs for Friday?
There's always concern when you have anything like that. But, he had a good work day today, and so we're confident.
Matt, what's the plan for tomorrow? Because normally you would practice 2 days before a game, and instead you're traveling. So what does all the logistics look like for getting ready for the Eagles?
So we got the plan in, and tomorrow we will get on the plane and fly to Brazil. And that's pretty much eats up the whole day.
And then what do you do on Thursday? Will we just have a walkthrough type thing? Or?
Yeah, we got a plan. We got a plan in place. I feel confident about it.
How much did you learn from London 2 years ago? I know you're not going to the same place, and I know.
Yeah, I think this is a lot different in regards to, because you're essentially going to stay on the same body clock, and I think that's an important part of it. Obviously, leaning on our experts here in terms of what are the best practices, what do you need to do, from hydrating to eating meals to the recovery. These guys have researched and talked to a lot of people, and I feel really confident with our plan and what we're going to do. And the circumstances are the circumstances, but it's the same for both teams. And so you just got to deal with it and appreciate the opportunity, which I think our guys will. This is a great stage to be on. We're going to be the only game on in the world, and you get to go do it in a place that's never been done before. So it's a great opportunity for our guys to go out there and show what they're all about.
Having it the opening week rather than in the midst of the season like you had it last time, is that any more preferable, or does it matter?
Are you talking about having it week 1 versus week 5 or whatever it was? Yeah, I think there's some advantages to it in the fact that we're playing on a Friday. So you'll have, by the time we get back here on Saturday, the guys will have all of Saturday and Sunday to kind of recover and recruit, and then we'll get back at it on Monday.
Do you have permanent captains?
Do we have permanent captains? No, we do not have permanent captains.
Kind of deal just going up week to week.
We will see.
What do you do on that long of a flight? How do you occupy time? Will you maybe even have some kind of impromptu or not impromptu meetings on that?
Yeah, we had the strength coaches organize and come up with and devise a workout plan. So we're going to be running up and down the aisle of the plane and having a push-up contest. Maybe, I don't know. We'll keep it interesting.
Did Wilson do that?
Huh?
Russell Wilson did that, didn't he?
I don't know. I'm not. No, the guys will just relax and they'll have an opportunity. Obviously, you got a lot of time to pass. I'm sure we're leaving pretty early, so I'm sure part of that they'll nap a little bit, and then it's an opportunity to kind of really dig at the details, watch more tape. You know, obviously we'll all be accessible, so if guys need to brush up on some things or have questions, we'll be available for them. And but it's, for the most part, you're just going to be flying in the air.
What kind of practice did they? I know you guys had the narrow kicking goalpost. What, is that, did they just show up here this week, or what made you decide to get those rather than, or after not using those the previous few years?
I feel like we have been using them. Oh, okay.
Matt, there's been multiple Eagles players now that have spoken out about this trip. You guys have not. Are you pleased with the way they've kind of stayed on message? And
Well, you guys haven't talked to him yet today, so we'll see. I just think, you know, like we talked, like, we're focused on Philadelphia. The circumstances are such, and, you know, if you draw your attention elsewhere, then I think you're doing yourself a disservice. So we're going to keep our focus on Philly. It's a really good football team, and they've shown a level of consistency over the last couple of years that's tough to deal with. So they got a lot of star power over there. They've added more players this offseason. Added Vic Fangio. That's a big ad for them. Kellen Moore, guys that I got a lot of respect for in this business, and so it's a very tough opponent.
I'm not trying to be a jerk about this, and I know you're in a tough spot with the league and everything else that's going on, but when you have players expressing reservations about a road trip, you don't hear them do that about when you're going to Detroit or Chicago or whatever else. So what has been your approach with your players? If they've expressed any concerns at all, do you just talk it through and say, hey, it's a business trip, or what's been your approach with them?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, we just tell them what it is, and here's our plan. And but I have not heard our guys complain about it, and it's just the circumstance. So you got to make the best of it. And I think our guys are truly excited. There's been a lot of work that's been put in from the end of last season to now. I think they are excited about the opportunity to go out there and compete, you know, in front of the world.
So is that another way, like Steve was mentioning, as opposed to London, the fact that it's the first game of the season, maybe that helps deal with the inconveniences?
Yeah, sure. I think they're excited for the 2024 season to start.